I'm gonna tell you the truth, I've always been impressed by you, which is why I don't understand why you're holding yourself back. I've seen this before. My question is this: why is it that someone with your talent, your ability, your skill set, content being a sidekick? Let's just say you are equal partners. That would explain why he has a new WWE 365 documentary on the WWE Network, and you don't. Look, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Me and Bobby Lashley, we in the hurt business, man. You in the catering business. Because that's where you're gonna sit for the rest of your career watching other people be successful. For one night only, I've got an opening in the hurt business. I know you guys, oh no, I don't want to be in the hurt business, but Cedric said no several times as well. And he finally came around, and look at his career now. You get drafted to the black and gold. Business is booming. Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, YouTube, welcome back to another installment of WWE 2K19 My Career Mode. And as you can see, MVP coming out with a smug look on his face after the heinous acts that he sicked upon one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions and the Universal Champion Wolf by setting the Hurt Business to assault him backstage. And now we're about to hear what MVP has to say for himself.
I'm not in a celebratory mood, so we won't be popping bottles, because the only thing I want to pop is certain people in the mouth. As a matter of fact, I think me and my colleagues would like to pop ligaments and tendons. I never miss an opportunity to be the guy that says, I told you so, but I told you so. Now I wish that I could say I felt guilty, but I don't, because I tried to help the young homie. Even after he saw how I was able to help Lashley become Lashley again, he still had the unmitigated gall to turn down the mentorship of the greatest United States champion of all time. That's disrespectful. And when you disrespect MVP, you disrespect Bobby Lashley. I'm not saying anything, but some people are saying that with all of your tools, all of your attributes, you're not ready to be champion just yet. Your best days are ahead of you. My in-ring career is behind me. You don't need to be distracted by, the interviews and all the headaches and hassles that come with this new success that you're experiencing. What you need, somebody like me. You need me. Look, there's no rule that says you have to be out here week after week putting your body in harm's way. If you want to stay champion, you can do it for a very, very long time, but you won't be able to do that without me in your corner. First came to Monday Night Raw a few months ago. Baby boy was lit. I ain't lying. As a matter of fact, man, he was shining bright like a supernova. And he burned out just as badly because he passed through the stellar orbit of these two superstars.
And wait a minute, here comes Wolf's brother to take the fight to MVP. The brawl breaking out here in the center of the ring. MVP trading blows with Aver trying to get revenge after what he sent Lashley and Cedric Alexander to do backstage. Trading blows in the center of the ring, back and forth. Now Aver rallying here, dropping MVP. MVP wisely hightailing it out of there. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome back. And we are here because after that assault from Averett and retaliation from the Hurt Business's actions, we have a matchup here tonight with that man right there, leader of the Hurt Business, MVP. Now, as you saw earlier, MVP was trying to maybe coerce Wolf into considering joining the Hurt Business, leaving the Rooks behind, trying to attack his pride by calling him a sidekick, despite the fact that Wolf has accomplished becoming the Universal Champion. And once Wolf turned him down, MVP did the one other logical conclusion, and that's send Bobby Lashley and Cedric Alexander to viciously assault him backstage. Which leads us to our matchup tonight with one half of the Rooks and a former two-time Universal Champion in his own right, Michael Everett Jr., looking to get a little bit of payback from the actions of the Hurt Business. Fired up here in this sold-out arena here in Washington, D.C. The crowd on their feet rallying behind one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. MVP maybe looking to send a message, try to get a little bit more in the numbers game here for the Hurt Business, and maybe even make a declaration that the Hurt Business want the Raw Tag Team Championships. But that's all in due time, as we are got a one-on-one matchup here with Everett and MVP. Before we start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss an installment or an upload. Bell has rung, and here we go. Everett coming right at the gate, taking MVP off his feet with a flurry of right hands. And again, MVP trying to rally here. Everett trying to tackle him once again, but MVP using his weight to counterbalance. Stiff elbow shots to the back of the skull. MVP going for an attack, but Everett back on the offensive with another tackle and flurry of strikes. MVP made it personal, and that's what we're going to see here tonight with Everett going full-fledged in an assault on MVP. One half of the Raw Tag Team Champions looking dominant here early on in this matchup, but you got to wonder what MVP did psychologically to play mind games, knowing the connection that Everett and Wolf share. Does he have Everett's number by getting him off balance? Everett going for a couple of strikes, MVP managing to slip out of him, I suppose. Kick to the stomach from MVP. MVP going for that flying forearm, but Everett stepping out of the way. Right back on the offensive. Kick to the arm. Now Everett spinning around, using his technical prowess to hyperextend it. Vicious cattle mutilation stretch, nearly tearing MVP's pectoral muscle off the bone. Kick to the stomach. MVP trying to roll out of the way. MVP not having an answer for any of Everett's offense. Now Irish up against the rope. Spear! And that could do it. Looking to put this one away early. Kick out at one from MVP. MVP trying to roll out of the way, get himself some breathing room here. Everett stalking MVP. Stiff shot to the stomach. And now a sunset flip power bomb to the outside. Everett has been on fire this entire matchup. MVP not able to get a single bit of offense in. And oh my God, back body drop on the edge of the barricade outside. Referee on a count of two. Got to make sure that you got to maintain an ear out so you don't get counted out. But Everett fighting with a vengeance, almost like he doesn't care. MVP not having an answer for it. Just throwing MVP back and forth. Referee on a count of 5. Everett proclaiming it's over. Count of 6. Is Everett going to win by count out? No. Resetting the count. MVP on his feet. Stiff shot to the throat. But Everett with a kick to the stomach of his own. And now Irish whip. But Irish whip right into the steel steps. Referee on a count of 3. MVP trying to capitalize, but Everett rolling out of the way. And now Everett responding back with a strike on the steel steps of his own. Count of 5 here. Both competitors still on the outside. MVP going for an Irish whip, but Everett shoving him away to get some breathing room. Count of 7. And once again, Everett resetting the count. Everett almost toying with MVP, picking him apart piece by piece. MVP stunned against the LED ring post. And nearly, I think his lights might have been taken out. Now Everett finally getting this matchup back in the middle of the ring. Getting MVP up on his feet. Chop to the chest. And a spinning back fist. Everett just with a flurry of strikes. MVP then answering back with a chop to his own. Stiff shot to the face of MVP. They were going for the Irish whip here. Throwing him into the corner. MVP with the elbow shot, going for that flying elbow once again, but Averett sidestepping it. Beautiful elbow drop to the skull of MVP. And now look at this! Jumping from the ring all the way to the top rope for a springboard moonsault. We have never seen that move before. Kick to the chest of MVP. But MVP had a little too much time to breathe. Spinning lariat. Taking Averett off his feet. And now MVP with a vicious left hand to the face of one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. And look, MVP, no shortage of confidence. Averett trying to get up, stepping on the fingers. Oh my God! Almost looking to take off his elbow, dislocated at the joint. Averett rallying here, going after MVP's knees. MVP backed into a corner. Averett looking to throw those punches, but MVP knowing what was coming, shoving Averett across the ring. But for the third time, going after a vicious tackle to MVP. MVP, a highly decorated superstar here in the WWE. Some could say legend. Now looking after the younger generation of talent with the Hurt Business. We'll have to see if maybe he can rally and use some of that expertise to his advantage as Averett planted him with that DDT, got him in his sights, dead-eye knee strike. Knee almost right on the nose of MVP. That could do it. 2. Oh no, Averett looking to pick apart MVP to send a message. This is what you do when you mess with my family. Averett getting MVP up on his shoulders. Knee to the jaw of MVP. This looks like it could be the end of the ride for the leader of the Hurt Business. Dragging into the center of the ring here. Averett rolling MVP over. That could do it. 2 and 3. And just like that, Averett makes quick work of MVP. Quite a short matchup here. Maybe MVP didn't realize what he was getting himself into, crossing that line. We all have seen what Averett's capable of when you cross that personal boundary between business and profession. And you go into his personal life. You've seen what happens when AJ Styles attempted it, and I guess MVP just didn't quite get the memo. Kick to the face. MVP's head almost ending up in the front row over there. And that was the 1, 2, 3 kick that put this matchup to a close. Great showing out by Averett. MVP might need to go back and reevaluate what he was planning on doing here. Averett celebrating. What a matchup. Wait a minute. But Averett's still not done. Still not done. Averett going to our announcer. Almost looking for a chair, but I don't think either one of them are going to get up. Averett getting MVP up on his feet. Irish whip to the center of the ring. What has Averett got planned here? The referee's trying to call it off, and oh no. Oh no, sledgehammer in hand. Averett stalking and going after the knees of MVP. Now this might be a little too far. You already proved your point with the matchup, and Averett's trying to put MVP's career on a permanent hiatus. The right knee almost destroyed, and for the second time, to put an exclamation point on it, knee to the jaw. And it ended the ride, almost taking MVP's head off. This crowd on their feet. Wait a minute. Somebody's coming through the crowd behind him. And look at this. Bobby Lashley has Averett in the full Nelson. And Averett is passed out. Lashley taunting one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. We should have known that MVP would always have a backup plan when running with the Hurt Business.
A young man full of youthful exuberance, and it was that youthful exuberance that made him think he was invincible. Well, I'm here to tell you, ain't nobody invincible when it comes to Bobby Lashley and his full Nelson. I tried to help you. You are like a petulant little child There won't be any excuses, just results as I put you over my knee and son you like you should be. And that brings us to tonight's business. The Hurt Business, as far as we're concerned, have lived up to the business arrangement we made with the WWE. And it is now time to collect payment. And we've decided that we will collect our payment in the form of the Raw Tag Team Championships.
Okay, so let me just make sure I got this correct. Let me make sure that our sequence of events line up. So you're coming out here and acting as if you have some sort of leverage and victory. Now, for those of you who didn't watch last week, let me just recap. MVP goes backstage without me around to talk to Wolf, to try to get Wolf to abandon the Rooks and join the Hurt Business, as MVP does, never taking the direct route, always sneaking in the shadows. So now, when Wolf says no, you sick your two lackeys, Lashley and Cedric, to jump him backstage. Okay, so we're keeping up. All right, and then I find out about it. And what happened after that? You run your mouth in the middle of the ring. I come down there, start putting a beat down on you that you know you deserve, and you hightail it out of the ring. Only to then end up in a match with me that same night where you couldn't run, and guess what happened? You hit maybe what, 15, 20 punches the entire match, and I embarrassed you the entire match. In under 10 minutes, I put you down almost without an effort because you crossed that line. See, I'm usually an easygoing guy. I like keeping things fun. I like keeping things just lighthearted for the sake of competition, but you cross that line. And when you cross that personal boundary with me, there is no more fun to be had. The only fun I have is stomping your teeth down your throat. So, now that we've gotten the recaps underway, I would love for you to understand what was the plan in trying to turn us like you.
If you were like me, you would be smart.
Smart? Smart like you. So, does the definition of smart equate to hiding behind other people?
You stop right there, because I don't hide behind anybody. This is all part of my business plan to help Lashley reach his potential, which will culminate when he puts that full Nelson on you and ragdolls your ass again like he did last week.
That's funny. That's funny. Did anyone else catch it? Anyone else catch it? All right, I'll bring you up to speed. So he just said this was a business plan to help Lashley reach his potential. That is quite the story, P. Because I've watched your career since I was a kid. I know how you operate. Whether you want to believe me or not, I know how you operate and how this cycle goes, P. See, you say this is a business plan to help Lashley, help Cedric, help Shelton reach their potential. Do you want to know what it actually is? It's a plan to keep MVP relevant, because without other capable people around you, MVP is more like the least valuable person in the room. Let me ask you something. How many actual achievements have you had in the WWE from 2009 to now?
How about we get to some real talk? How long have you been the United States champion now? About 3 weeks? Yeah, okay. Try doing that for 343 days. A historic United States Championship title run.
That's funny. You keep bringing up numbers. You love to just throw numbers at people the second they call out your bluff. So you want to talk about real, you want to talk about numbers, P. Let me tell you something. Those accolades that you just brought up, that is your entire career. A decade. Now, do you want to hear what's funny about my career? I was a United States champion. I was an Intercontinental champion. And I was a 2-time Universal champion in my first year. And that's what burns you up every time you look at us. Every time you look at me and Wolf. Wolf gets the Universal Championship on what, his 3rd week here? And I got everything in my first year. That burns you up because, like I said before, the Hurt Business is not about bringing Lashley to his potential, bringing Shelton to his potential, bringing Cedric to his potential. The Hurt Business is so that MVP still has a job.
See, that's the problem with you guys. You're all about jokes. We're all about business. That's why we dress like businessmen and you dress like clowns. See, there's some fundamental differences between us. You want to put smiles on people's faces. And we enjoy putting painful grimaces on people's faces. When we talk about footwork, it's because we're stomping teeth out for combat. So, let me assure you, gentlemen, you do not want to dance with us. What you are is a serial bad decision maker. All you do is make bad decisions, one after another, like the bad decision you made coming out here by yourself against the 3 of us.
Who said I came here alone? Wait a minute. Averett lured the Hurt Business in a trap. The Universal Champion on the rafters. His brother, after being assaulted by the Hurt Business, looking to get a little payback. Wait a minute, who's that? Oh my God! Cole Quinn is here on Monday Night Raw. Cole Quinn is the 3rd member of the Rooks. MVP and Cedric and Lashley just got put on notice for this Sunday at Extreme Rules.